This year, Jeff Bezos made history by being one of the 6 passengers aboard the Blue Origin shuttle that was launched into space for a trip of 11 minutes. Accompanying him were the youngest and oldest people to have ever flown in space, and his brother. Among those passengers was Glen De Vries, the co-founder of the world's largest clinical research platform, Metadata. On November 12th, authorities confirmed the death of tech mogul Glen De Vries in a plane crash in the Hamptons. Before we dive into the details, before we dive into the video, welcome to Bezos Space. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update on Amazon, Blue Origin, or basically anything related to the billionaire Jeff Bezos. So let's get started without wasting any time. Now, Jeff Bezos has been a constant source of media news. From his dates to appearances at fundraising galas, heads roll when Jeff Bezos enters or exits a building. As such, anyone coming into his orbit, see what we did there? Orbit, Blue Shuttle launch, is forever branded as important in media eyes. But the person we're going to tell you about is someone used to the limelight and the harsh glare of the camera. Metadata is a US company that develops and markets software as a service for clinical trials. This includes a wide variety of services that you can find in operation at a hospital or clinic. For example, capturing patient data through web forms, mobile health devices, laboratory reports, and imaging systems. Other than hardware needs, Metadata also offers a cloud service for scientists and physicians across the globe, where they can collect and share clinical trial data. The company helps biopharmaceutical and medical device companies run clinical trials. As of 2017, Metadata serves and caters to the needs of 18 of the top 25 pharmaceutical companies. Heavy hitters like Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca, Amgen, Cancer Research UK, and GlaxoSmithKline. With names like this being the clients, you can understand what kind of revolutionary measures made Vries a name associated with Bezos. As of 2021, Metadata had been acquired by Dassault Systèmes. Glen De Vries was named Life Sciences and Healthcare Vice Chair for Dassault Systèmes in July 2021, with Metadata operating as a subsidiary of the parent company. Apart from being a business mogul, Glen De Vries was also training to be a pilot. Under the tutelage of Thomas Fisher, additionally, he often updated his social media handles with his latest aeronautical achievements and extravagant purchases in the form of single-engine Diamond aircraft. In one such post on photo-sharing website Instagram, Glen De Vries was seen holding a Federal Aviation Administration-issued Pilot Proficiency Badge, an honor reserved for pilots who have proven adept at mitigating accidents resulting due pilot errors, lack of know-how, faulty or incomplete knowledge. This fact allows us to infer that De Vries was an accomplished aviation pilot and further complicates determining who was responsible for the fatal mistake. The Cessna 172 incident. On November 12th, the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, alerted public safety authorities that the single-engine Cessna 172 went missing near Kema Lake. The aircraft was on its way to Sussex Airport from Essex County Airport in Caldwell. Aboard the small aircraft were 2 passengers, both dead, Glen De Vries, 49, and his pilot instructor, Thomas P. Fisher, 54. The plane crashed in the wooded areas of Hamptons, with civilian aircraft and state police helicopter spotting the crash around 1,800 feet into the forest. Recovery crews cut a path into the woods, where Fisher and De Vries were found deceased inside the severely damaged plane, and their bodies were removed. The wreckage of the plane was removed via a truck, assuming it was taken to a nearby airport to investigate the nosedive crash that took the lives of these 2 accomplished aviation pilots. Authorities are yet to release an official statement regarding the cause of the crash, and the matter will likely take a while because, with crashes like this, investigators have to recreate the damaged machinery and look for any equipment fault. With the plane badly damaged, the process is likely to take time. The world of showbiz and business alike were shaken by the tragic news that came a month after the historic Blue Origin flight. Condolences poured in from close family and friends. Jeff Bezos and partner Lauren Sanchez's tributes were 2 of many that poured in for De Vries as news of his death continued to spread on social media. Blue Origin's also posted a picture of him in the flight suit with the caption, "We are devastated to hear of the sudden passing of Glen De Vries. He brought so much life and energy to the entire Blue Origin team and to his fellow crewmates. His passion for aviation, his charitable work, and his dedication to his craft will long be revered and admired. The world lost you too soon," added Bezos in a tweet. "Such a tragic loss. Warm and full of life, Glen made us laugh and lit up the room. He was a visionary and an innovator, a true leader." Heartbroken at the news, Jeff Bezos took to Instagram and shared a picture of Glen with a miniature Blue Origin rocket that took them to space. Aside from Jeff Bezos and partner Lauren Sanchez, tweets and posts are pouring in from all over. From employees at Metadata to the general public, people are mourning the loss of a visionary who revolutionized the medical scenario. Glen's close family prefers to remain private and live a life of normalcy. No doubt they are grieving along with the thousands of people that came in contact with him. Messages and heartfelt anecdotes poured out from employees and his friends who remember Glen as a larger-than-life man who tried to make everyone around him laugh and ensured they were comfortable. Other than his professional life, Glen was a romantic in person, and he proposed to his wife, who used to be his waitress at a restaurant where Glen was a regular, in a bistro in the City of Love, France. De Vries grew up in New York, and his mother encouraged him to take up dancing in high school. He was also an admirer of Japanese culture and taught himself to speak Japanese, and he famously admitted that his bar Japanese was better than business Japanese. Death is not the end. As tragic as this news has been, it has reminded us of important lessons that we really should keep in mind. Death is also an opportunity to celebrate life, and De Vries had an exceptional one. From his college days right down to the Blue Origins trip, Glen had added more to the world than many of us can only hope to dream. From being one of 3 co-founders of the medical software that challenged the giant Oracle back in the day to fly in space, Glen lived life to its fullest. Yes, he's gone too soon at the age of 49, but he leaves behind a legacy that will outlive most of us. Amazon founder and the world's richest man is mourning the loss of his friend on social media websites, Twitter and Instagram. In a tribute post, he said the loss came too soon, as the business tycoon was only 49 years old. In a similar fashion, Bezos' partner, Lauren Sanchez, talked about his wife and how her heart goes out to the family, recalling the historic moment Blue Origin took off, and she grabbed her hand so tight. The world is mourning, but as they say, death is not an end. It's life, but not in a way we're familiar with. Either way, Glen De Vries is in a place where he knows no pain, while the people continue to remember him and honor the legacy that he left. Don't forget to leave us a like if you liked the video. And if you want to receive future content that has anything to do with Bezos, subscribe to our channel so we can keep you up to date on the newest shenanigans. Did you know that Blue Origin is planning a 15-passenger trip to space in 2022? Well, you heard it here first, folks. We'll be sure to cover any new developments as they happen. Don't miss out on that and subscribe. See you in the next one. Until then, peace.